Greeting, globe heads and flurfers. You know, I used to think that flat earthers were not smart enough to understand gravity. But slowly I began to realize that actually they do. They are smart enough and they do understand it. At least the guys out there making the videos. Perhaps not their subscribers. Definitely not their patrons. But the guys actually making the videos are smart enough to understand gravity, and here's the evidence. They deny that it exists. You see, they have to. If they didn't understand how gravity works, they might actually, there's no reason why they wouldn't believe that gravity pulled things down to their little flat plane. But they do understand that gravity pulls everything to the center of mass. And that's why they absolutely must deny that it exists. Because you see, it destroys their entire little cult religion. You see, if you had a flat disk, the pull of gravity would not be toward the ground. At least not anywhere but in the middle of it. If I was to stand on a big giant plate in space, and I mean a giant plate, one with a lot of mass, one that has the pull of gravity, no matter where I went on that plate, I would be being pulled back toward the center of the plate. The further I went out from the edge of that plate, the further I would be going from the center of mass, and the more it would seem like I was going uphill and being pulled back toward the middle. Flat earthers, at least the ones making videos, they fully understand this. And so they have to deny the existence of gravity. You see, that's what flat earthers do. Whenever there's anything that literally destroys their flat earth, they must destroy that. Because for them, it's not a search for truth. It's not a search for evidence. It's not a search to prove their model. For them, it's some kind of cult-like belief, and they won't let it go no matter what. They are immune to any kind of evidence. If you give them evidence that they cannot explain away, they will flat out deny its existence. They tried to say you couldn't fly from one continent in the southern hemisphere to another because you'd have to cross over the northern hemisphere. And they showed some flights that did that for hub purposes and such. But as soon as flights were shown to them that went between places like Santiago and Auckland, New Zealand, Santiago and Sydney, Johannesburg and Perth. Oh, these are fake flights. They just deny they exist. Even though anyone can go on the internet and book a flight. It can't exist. They must deny its existence because it disproves their belief. And they don't want the truth. They want their belief. If you explain to them that on a flat disk with the sun circling the northern hemisphere, you can never ever get a 24-hour daylight sun in the southern hemisphere, in the South Pole. They deny that exists. You can show them video of it. Oh, the video's faked. Well, the same is true for all the pictures of our big, beautiful globe. They're all fake. They have to be. I don't know how many times I've had flat earthers say, well, you need to bring me some evidence. Why? Why should I bring you any evidence? You're going to simply dismiss it and deny it no matter what I show you. Because you don't want the truth. If you want the truth, you will do this. I've said this before, but I'll say it again. If you have any interest whatsoever in the truth, you will take a compass. You will go outside. You will look at the sunrise. You'll look at the sunset. You'll see where the sun rises and the sun sets. You'll go to timeanddate.com and you'll see if these predictions that are put out there based on the globe model on timeanddate.com are true. Because if they're true, we can't live on a flat earth. But you won't because you don't want the truth. Good night.